All right, here we are back. Thank you very much for joining me for part 2 with Dr. Kaarthikayan, the former director of what would be the equivalent of the American FBI. And continuing in our conversation, he's been a human rights lawyer. Actually, he's been farmer, turned lawyer, turned human rights lawyer, turned former director of the FBI equivalent of India, and has been traveling since then, 120 countries, inaugurating, helping to stimulate interfaith harmony and understanding, and bringing peace and peaceful honor and respect to all religions, to all spiritual beings, and emphasizing that going within and to finding that inner peace and connecting to the divine, which there is only one, is the ultimate answer to creating peace on this planet. So I want to thank you for coming back here, and I really very much appreciate you being here. I've met you, and you know why you stayed in my mind all these years.
Yes.
It's because of the immensity of the light I wish we could see your eyes so clearly. You have star-lit eyes. Your eyes, when I've looked into you, shine with the wisdom of a vast universe. I feel like you embody divinity and wisdom as a being, and that's why you give your life's purpose, or your life's purpose is to promote that. And we ended the last conversation with how, and please listen to the first part of the conversation if you haven't done so. I also am including all the links to the books that Kaarthikayan has written on his, can you give the title, can you speak the title for me? The important books that you've written, because I will have the links right up here.
Yes, I want to make one confession.
Yes.
Thank you for all your compliments. Thank you for finding so much of goodness in me. That shows the goodness in your heart and eyes. Okay, I am not perfect. I am on the path. See, perfection and excellence are not necessarily at the destination. The journey itself has to give you excellence and perfection.
It's beautiful.
So I am on the path. I am on the path. That I must say that I'm trying to reach that stage which I would like to see in myself. And on the path, when people want me, I do get involved in organizations which have a clear goal.
Yes.
That is either for the benefit of the individuals, family, society, the planet, environment, or peace and harmony in the whole world. That is the purpose of mine and yours, and that should be the purpose of each one of us on the planet, because we all believe in the creation. There are millions of life forms, but human form is the very highest position. That is by the divine. Whatever name you can call your creator, God, whatever it is. And we are given the sense of discrimination to know what is right, what is wrong. He has given the discretion, but also the sense to distinguish what is right, what is wrong. And if more and more people start following the right path, right attitude, right values, the planet can become what is described as a heaven.
Yes, yes.
More and more of negativity, selfishness, ego, arrogance, materialism, power, these negative qualities start dominating, then we will convert the same planet into a hell. The same thing can happen in a country, in a society, in a family. If people living in a family do not have the compassion, kindness, respect for each other, caring for sharing and sharing for each other. Same thing with the individual.
Say what?
See, same thing can happen with the individual. If I do not cultivate the right values and right attitudes, where will be peace in myself? So I have to be peaceful. I have to bring in harmony between my body, mind, and soul.
Yeah.
It's a constant practice.
Yes.
If you make a constant practice over a period of time, either by prayer or meditation, or by only allowing right values to come in, then I am happy. I'm happy. You are kind enough to pay compliments to me, but I can tell you, I have gone through the maximum number of challenges in my official life, family life. I've gone through a lot of challenges. But then, we do not have control on others.
Right.
No individual can have control on others, even within the family, or in the society, or in the environment. But certainly you can develop mastery over yourself.
Yes.
I can develop a mastery on my own reaction to what happens outside.
Right.
Then you are peaceful. Unless I am peaceful and healthy, what contribution can I make to my family or to the society?
Right. Yes.
So this practice has to start within us. You want to have peace in the planet? You must have peace and harmony within your country, peace and harmony within your society, peace, harmony within your family. For that, I have to have peace and harmony within myself. So the transformation of the whole world starts with the individual, with me.
Right.
I am become the center of the universe. Each one of us become the center of the universe.
Yes.
And by changing ourselves, we can change the whole planet.
Yes, yes. And quantum physics would support that and would say we live, and I think the Dalai Lama has said that, we live in an omnicentric universe. Each molecule of soul, each one of us draws towards itself its own similar kind. So the people we are surrounding ourselves with are a reflection of deeper levels of ourselves. So the more we purify ourselves, the more beauty we see outside of ourselves, the more we see it outside of ourselves, we speak the beauty, we support the beauty, and we draw it out of each other.
Exactly. And also, another, don't blame anyone. You should stop this game of blaming others. You are responsible for yourself. And don't blame yourself also. Because, as I said, every human being, nobody can say we are perfect. Sometimes we may have done a wrong thing, unknowingly or knowingly. Or we would have said something wrong in a fit of anger or on misinformation. Or we may have thought some wrong thoughts about others. But we should learn to forgive.
Yeah.
If somebody has done a wrong thing, you can't live in it all the time. You can't hate somebody. You can't resent somebody all the time wanting to take revenge.
Yes.
And then it's like, I'm angry with somebody, it's like taking a hot burning coal.
Yeah.
And throw it at that person, wanting to revenge.
Right. It
It
hurts.
may hit that person, may not hit that person.
Yeah.
I've already burnt my hand.
It burns us the entire time. Yeah.
Whether that person is affected or not, that negativity has already harmed us.
Yeah.
So, let us not live in guilt.
Yeah.
Everyone, all of us are capable of doing mistakes, wrongs. But let us forgive ourselves first.
Yeah.
Let us not live in a status of guilt. Because guilt is a negative emotion. The modern science also says.
Yeah.
The chronic diseases like cancer are because of negative emotions. So let us forgive ourselves first and forgive others also who might have done wrong things. Otherwise, you keep hating somebody or hating yourself. Your present is gone, your future is also gone.
Yep.
So let us forget the past. Live in the present. Think well of yourself, think well of others for the future.
I feel what India stands for to me is one of the words and one of the teachings is karma, the belief in that for every cause there is an equal reaction, and whoever so does good things will reap the boomerang. Whoever doesn't also reaps their boomerang. So in essence, all our judgment can be left to God. It helps me to think like, okay, whatever that person did, they're going to learn how to make it better next time around, because the boomerang comes and hits them. And I don't have to send a negative boomerang out that will hit only me. It's like God does plentifully, having a beautiful law of karmic balancing. So the judgment doesn't even have to be in my thoughts at all. I can just release it right then and there and let go, because the karmic law of balance works no matter what. It works even faster the higher we vibrate, right? Cause and effect. Is there a teaching in India that speaks about that?
Is no longer simple belief or superstition.
Right.
Concept of a religion. As more and more scientific findings are revealing, all those concepts are proven to be correct.
Reliving or reincarnation.
Yes, you got reincarnation. There are so many, Western scientists,
yes.
Psychologists, doctors, psychoanalysts have come out with many. It's a huge subject. Many books have come out now on the karmic connection and reincarnation and all that. It is no longer a myth. It is no longer a superstition.
Right.
It is proved. In fact, now today, Ilona, for example, everything cannot be proved materially.
Right.
See, certain things can be proved by materially. Now, for example, where is mind?
Right.
Now, where is love? How do you prove it?
Right.
Scientifically, how do you prove it? Excepting you have to inference. We like each other, so there is love. Then mercy, mind is so powerful, but you cannot prove it. Prove it directly.
Right.
You see, good thoughts, bad thoughts, all that is all proved.
Right.
The same way, you have to accept certain things by inference.
Right.
By what happens, what is the result?
I want to know, how do people, by the way, you wrote about it, the reincarnation and the whole concept, Dr. Ian Stevenson, an American MD, has done. I printed it all out, your whole beautiful newsletter. You
got already newsletters? Okay.
Yeah. And what you write, where you go, what you do is so amazing. Can people sign up for your newsletter?
I have, yes. I take part in various events, As you know, I travel about 21 days in a month.
Yes.
On invitation.
Yes.
And where I go and participate in certain events, I find something is worth sharing with the world.
Yeah.
I immediately come down, and there are so many, but I cannot put everything in newsletters. I choose 2 or 3 events of the month and put it in the form of a newsletter. These are all my own. Take some photographs and do some research for some quotations on past life regression. You have seen my DRK newsletter number 13.
Yes.
So I go through some of the great masters and quoted them very briefly to say it is not myth. More research needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
That is to provoke discussion, debate on the subject I write about it now.
I mean,
yes.
The one you were quoting, Dr. Stevenson, about the phenomenal aspects of where he researched the children who had birthmarks, who had memories of their past lives, who then showed or had still remembrance of what happened in the past life, and those were the wounds inflicted on them or whatever associated in the past life that showed in this lifetime.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. It's all reality. I have known people personally. Now, coming on the subject, I would like to tell you something else. This is called the intuition process.
Okay. Intuition process.
There, I have seen about 10-year-old girl, blindfolded, given a book, she reads it.
Wow.
She reads it blindfolded.
That was at the University of Life or with Dr. Newton?
No. That
No.
is with, I have seen it in, I've heard of Sri Ravi Shankar, of Art of Living.
Okay, yes.
Sri Ravi Shankar, the great spiritual master of Art of Living.
Art of Living. Mm-hmm.
It's a global institution now, organization. He told me, please watch this girl. The girl was brought with her mother.
Okay.
And then she was given a title. I tried that. I couldn't see anything to make sure that there's no hole there.
Right.
And she was folded. She read it. And another book was given. Wow. She only felt it. She said, there is an elephant, there's a horse on this. And she also told me, and I believe it at least, and she said, somebody asked her to sit on swing. Swing. In villages, we have swing, sit on this, you can swing. She said, that is weak, that is dangerous.
Oh.
It will fall. She did not. Next day, they reported someone who sat there, he fell down.
She knew ahead.
So, intuition process, it's called intuition process. It's a process of meditation they do in Art of Living in Bangalore under the guidance of Sri Ravi Shankar.
Sri Ravi Shankar, The Art of Living, down in Bangalore. He has a huge...
I would suggest to you, you should cover this even for the world to know there is so much of potential in human beings, the mind.
Yes.
You can train the mind to go into the past, the present, and even the future, what's going to happen.
Yes.
This is not superstition.
No. We will have... Yes.
It can happen. It's a question of the mind being the most powerful of all the things here. You can train the mind that way.
Yes.
So these wonderful things happen in the past. When they write, whether it's in West or East, this happened, people believe they're all stories. Some of them may be exaggerated, but the basic things are true and being proved more and more by the modern research everywhere. Ultimately, today, yesterday only I attended a program about the eye surgeon. It was glaucoma. Glaucoma. And various things. They said, there is a statement telling the modern science, hospitals believe all over the world, whatever may be your illness, whether it's a cancer or any other treatment and all that, the recovery is faster when you practice meditation.
Yeah.
Yoga.
Yeah.
Yoga, meditation, and breathing exercises you do. Recovery is faster sometimes that they alone can cure you because it's the power of the mind invoking the enormous, unlimited potential in the planet. You draw into it yourself.
Right.
And they can be the ultimate hero. So you have, each one of us have a hero within.
Yes. By being still.
We don't know how to tap it. Now some of the heroes are there. You can heal yourself. You can heal the planet.
Yeah. 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 And I think that will be our next step, that we realize that our still mind not only affects our space, but it almost draws us into the kind of global reality which reflects our internal thoughts. So I think collectively, which is what we are here to do, is bring about a stronger mind that focuses on peace and harmony. And you can only get to higher dimensions by being, like you said, based on values, caring and sharing, by being kind and not judgmental, by respecting others, like you said, by honoring the God in each other, by forgiving ourselves and forgiving others, by not being guilty ourselves and not seeing guilt in others, by always coming back and readjusting our thoughts, like you mentioned in the first segment, looking at, is this a good thought or not? Do I want to foster this or not? So doing really spiritual householding, and on a daily basis, not just once a week or once a day when we meditate, but actually going within. I would love to, if you'd let me ask you, what are your perceptions of what you experience as the seat of your soul? And what awaits you when you enter that stillness? Can you describe that?
Stillness is stillness. Absolute peace.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing in the world can give you more bliss, joy, than going within for a few minutes and feel that stillness of creation even for a few seconds. That gives you enormous energy.
Yeah.
And coming down the subject, I must say that what are we doing to the planet?
Yeah.
One is violence, wrong things. Another is ecology.
Yes.
Destroyed the forests all over. Many countries have lost everything. Because of that, nature is punishing us now. Floods damages in one part of the planet, drought and no water for drinking in another part of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And trees are to be worshipped. You know, in India, the tradition, we worship everything in the nature. We worship even animals, as you know.
Yes.
And the trees particularly. Trees are life-giving. They inhale all the carbon dioxide we exhale and give us back the life-giving oxygen. They give the shade. They give the fruits. And they make the possible to get the rains.
Yes. They draw in the rain. Yeah.
That's very important. Otherwise, global warming, they said beautiful places like Venice. I've been there all well. You know, it's almost, if the global warming goes more,
Yeah.
and is, yes,
Bangladesh, the same.
it's not melting,
Yeah.
water level goes up,
Yeah.
and all coastal cities will get drowned in no time, and beautiful places like Venice will go.
Yeah.
So the man has to be more responsible, also to respect the nature, without which we cannot exist now.
And
That's one.
yeah, the number one biggest consumption of trees is eating meat. Is eating meat. If
So that's
we
why-
stop, everybody stops. Yes.
That's why in India,
Yeah.
our ancestors, thousands of years back, they said man will destroy all of them unless we say they're divine.
Yeah.
They're worshipped.
So they did worship.
Even in small village, you see some of the trees are kept and then worshipped because they are real life-giving gods now.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever deities we want to put it under the tree.
Say that
Now
again.
we are under the tree only we put some deities, idols and all that worshipping. But the trees are actually
The
worshipped.
actual deity. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and you also see now in main what there for to prevent all the illnesses, to prevent any disease,
Yeah.
trees, herbs are powerful.
Yeah.
Once you get diseases, the cure for every disease is in the plants
Already.
and herbs. We are more and more identified. Most of the modern medicines are being extracted from the herbs and plants described in our ancient scriptures.
Right.
So we do respect the modern medicine, modern science. They are life-saving. Surgery you can't avoid. But what we need is an integrated system of healing.
Yes.
Ancient systems of wisdom plus modern, because some of the modern medicines are harmful also.
Yes.
So usually medical people accept the fact that some of the drugs being prescribed are harmful.
Definitely. I mean, and
So that's why they are looking at more and more of traditional systems also. What we need is neither this nor that, integrated system of
right.
healing and health. And every system says, go back to yoga.
Yeah.
Yoga practices. Every part of the body is exercised and kept in good condition as long as we are destined to live. Yoga, breathing, pranayama we call it, deep
Yes.
breathing, and dhyana, that's meditation.
Yeah.
Spreading very fast again all over the planet.
Yes.
Thanks to many organizations and thanks to people like you. You have been promoting it also for the good of the world.
So what really everybody can do is just commit to some kind of meditation practice on a daily basis. Whoever you are, whatever you're doing, choose a system that gets you quiet for minimally 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the evening. But of course, once you taste it, you'll want to extend it if your life permits the timing. We always want to do, but really the biggest doing, the sharpening of our saws, happens when our mind and our consciousness is purified. And all of a sudden, things automatically happen. They line up. Miracles unfold in front of our mind just by being pure and letting God come into our body and mind.
The miracles cease to be miracles.
Yes.
Miracles are no longer miracles. You know how it happens.
Yes.
If we know how it happens, it's a miracle. Isn't it so?
Yep.
Dreams are very important. I know your concept. Dreams are very important. But we should dream big.
Yeah.
Not only for ourselves, for the whole planet, we should. When you stop dreaming, you stop living now. See, our own, Dr. Abdul Kalam, one of the famous presidents of India, he said, dream is not that which you see while sleeping.
Right.
Dream is not that which you see while sleeping. Dream is something that does not allow you to sleep. That is, you must keep working to realize your dream.
Right.
You work hard with dedication, every dream can be realized. And also, the best preparation for tomorrow. The best preparation for tomorrow, for me as an individual, or for my family or society or the planet, is doing our best today.
Yes.
Do your best today, your tomorrow is guaranteed.
And you certainly are a man who exemplifies having dreamed big. You were the son of a
farmer. I born in a small village in a family of agriculturists, farmers.
Yeah. That's why I said farmer turned lawyer, turned human rights activist, turns director of the FBI, turned out to be a man honored for the highest honors by the Indian government, and now supporting tons of organizations who utilize your icon and your support to feel inspired to follow a good path. Thank you so much for having had that dream. And if there are any parting words, is like, what made you dream and how did you persevere? What is that secret sauce ingredient? What helped you?
See, from my childhood, from my parents, I got a lot of values. And my dear wife, she was an angel. Now she's in the other world. She keeps inspiring me even today.
Really?
Yes. And the expectations of people, great masters, I'm involved in many spiritual organizations. And I have that grace. And my own inner feeling maybe acquired from my past. But try to be good. Try to be good. And do good to as many as possible.
If
the
we
life
meet
people like you, it's a blessing.
Thank you. We can keep that as a mantra. Do good. Look at every thought you have, because it will turn into action, will turn into your values, will turn into your habits, will turn into your destiny. So keep a good eye on what you want to think. And if you don't like a thought, refocus.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Kaarthikayan. Thank you for your blessing to be here.
God bless you.